Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Omega. This is Milesluigi.
And I'm Higsby.
So I admittedly have never heard of this game, The Guardian Legend. Perhaps you could teach me more about it.
It's one of my favorite NES games. It's really cool because it's a mix of vertical scrolling arcade shooter meets Zelda. It's really neat. Definitely
21 of 20, you will not be able to open a door until you find a key that matches the symbol over it.
That's one of the things about this game. It's divided up into a whole bunch of different areas, and you need to find, eventually, as you progress, you'll get the different keys which will allow you to access different areas. So as you saw, that door there had nothing above it, although there's one of the keys up there.
I see. Now, I could try flying up there, but I think I'm supposed to just normally go through the level. On one hand, Mario's palette is different. On the other hand, I kind of like that different shade. I know some people might complain about it, though. Mario's shoes are now blue. What's going on, Higsby?
It's a pain because Mario's palette shares a palette with like a couple of enemies, and I really wanted to turn a couple of things blue, but in doing that, it ended up making his shoes and the back of his cape blue, which was a massive pain, but I figured for one level, people can deal with it. I don't know. It's removed from Super Mario World Central because Mario's shoes were the wrong color in one level.
Just to say, you could make the argument that Mario's in a blue area, so his shoes and he should be shaded blue.
Yeah. See, the floors and walls were recently painted, and Mario didn't listen to the sign, so kind of turned all of his clothes blue.
There's lots of blue light around here. This is where if I was a real big science nerd, I would try listing the wavelength of blue light off the top of my head, but I don't know what that is. Gosh darn it.
I wouldn't know.
I'm not certain if you know this, but back when I was in high school, I took an AP physics class, and to this day I still really like physics, but it's been so long since I've taken that class, I've forgotten most things from that class.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yeah, I've never really been too into the different sciences and things like that. I mean, I've of course taken science courses in math and calculus, although it's not something I know so much about that I talk about it on a regular basis. It's kind of like, I took a course on it and I passed, and yeah.
I'm going nowhere fast. Now I really actually do want to get a flight up here, but this isn't a platform that really sells me that I could get a flight off. Maybe I could. I need tool-assisted flight takeoff capabilities.
There's something that you need to do that you didn't do. And I was really curious on if you would figure it out, because some people do figure it out immediately, and some people don't, so...
I need a Koopa Shell hop. Oh gosh, that was dumb. I can't get back up there from there really easily. I probably need a springboard, actually, is what my current thought is. But it's been a really long time since I've tried doing any Koopa Shell hopping.
It's not the easiest thing to do.
It is not. I'm really rusty at my Koopa Shell hopping skills. And with the divot in the wall here, I think you almost planned for a player might trying to Koopa Shell hop.
Maybe. I don't think I did. So it's kind of interesting that it worked out like that. I just tried to make the floors and walls not super flat, so I guess it worked to that advantage.
I am just going to give up. Your unintentional brilliance prevents me from Koopa Shell hopping that.
Yay!
So you really like the RPG that this... Well, let me rephrase that question. Tell me what you really like about the game that's being represented here, The Guardian Legend.
Well, like I said, it's kind of... yes, there we go. It's a mix. I mean, I really love old arcade shooters. Like, have you ever played 1943 games like that? Like vertical scrolling
I have.
Arcade
Perhaps
shooters?
the biggest one I remember, though, of course, is Galaga.
Oh yes, well that's definitely one of the really, really early ones. So I mean, I love games like that, and I also like games like I believe we talked in the earlier part, like top-down Legend of Zelda games. So this game is a mix between both of those things, where there are segments where you're doing the vertical scrolling arcade shooter parts, and then there's also a huge overworld where you use like different weapons that you find to go to get to new areas. So overall, it's just a really good game. The music's really good. Fortunately, the music in this level is quite repetitive. That's because this is the only song that was uploaded to supermarioworldcentral.net that came from this game, and it was like a 15-second loop, if that. Oh well.
C'est la vie. That is the common thing. There wasn't that much music back then in 2009. Now there's tons of music.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Also, there were no spikes in that game, so I quickly tried to draw spikes, and that's what came out, and they look pretty bad. Although
It looks like it comes from a Kirby game. The spikes here. And not even that good, admittedly. Sorry.
No. Well, I don't like claim to be the greatest graphic artist ever. I don't know why I didn't just look at another NES game and try to take some spikes from one of those, but I didn't.
Wasn't I Want to Be the Guy out by this time? You could have taken the spikes straight from there.
I probably could have.
Yeah, I forgot where that spike sprite comes from, but it's a good spike sprite. Maybe it was custom drawn. There we go. There we go.
Should have just played the level the real way instead of cheating over. I'm joking. Anyway.
Oh, there's more level to the right. Yeah, I should have gone to the right, but that involves duck jumping. Well, not really duck jumping, duck running. I got the key. I am out of here. So sad day to your level. Oh gosh, sad day to me now.
One feather left.
One feather remains.
Yeah, overall, I mean, if you've never played this game, definitely give it a shot, because I know some people just aren't too fond of the NES overall, especially if you started with later generations. But overall, this is one of my favorite games for the NES, and it's definitely very, very underrated. So I definitely recommend giving it a shot, if you haven't.
Oh, I just fell to my death. Out of curiosity, if you died, you keep your keys?
Actually, you might. I think you do. Did you save state? Did you load state after, like...
I'm going to kill myself and see if this is true or not.
But did you load state after getting a key, but then you didn't save state after getting it? Or did I just kind of...
I wasn't paying that close attention. Let's just go in this door so I can get my question answered. Okay, we do not keep keys.
Oh.
Let me space-time rewind long ways ago. I think I may have had a springboard? Is this what I was holding?
Yeah,
I don't know what you were seeing.
I don't know. For some reason I thought... Never mind. Okay, so now, to the next door. I guess I'm just seeing something weird.
Higsby is seeing things.
This isn't good. Alright, so yeah, you did get the key. I thought that you got the key, but then you loaded a state that was like much earlier on, where you didn't have the key. I don't know why. Because you were holding the springboard again? I don't know.
I see. Is Super Mario Mega just going to end up being a dream like Super Mario Bros. 2?
Maybe? No. Just a dream. It's the biggest cop-out of an end ever.
Super Mario Bros. 2, all fun in this strange new world! Oh, it's just a dream at the end. Credit sequence roll, Mario's kind of still sort of snoozing.
I guess I'm in the small majority of people that actually really like the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 way more than the English, or the North American version. Not that I think the North American version is a bad game, but I didn't think that there was anything wrong with the Japanese one. I mean, some people say it's too difficult, but again, I guess that just takes me back to I grew up with the NES, and I just learned to deal with difficult games and grew to actually enjoy the challenge. So, I don't know.
With regards to Super Mario Bros. 2, I played that on, it was the... What version was it? It was the Game Boy Color version. I think it was called Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, and it had Super Mario Bros. 2 on it, but you had to unlock it.
Yes.
And the level I got stuck on was 8-2. You have to find a vine.
Well, see, the issue with... What's it called? Yeah, well, yeah, so you get stuck there. Is it just because you couldn't find it, or did you have difficulty getting to it?
I think I just flat out couldn't find it.
See, the problem with the Game Boy version is that it still uses Super Mario Bros. 1 physics, where the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 has a lot of improvements. Like, when you jump on an enemy, you actually get a lot of bounce height, unlike in Super Mario Bros. 1 where you don't bounce at all. So it's really hard to actually do a few things in the Super Mario Deluxe version because you don't get that extra bounce height. And that was one of those levels, is you need to bounce on the Koopa Troopa to hit, a block that has the vine in it, but sometimes you didn't bounce high enough because the physics were not made for the actual game. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway,
today I learned. I also think the deluxe version only had the first 8 worlds. I don't think it had the A, B, C, or D. I've never played those levels.
That is true. Or 9, in that matter.
Or 9. Oh, I forgot about 9.
The Super Mario All-Stars version is very good, though, so I recommend playing that if you can get your hands on it.
I remember Super Mario All-Stars, when you play Super Mario Bros. 1 or the Lost Levels, Mario's duck sprite looks really weird.
It is. It's very true.
He looks like a frog. But he doesn't have a frog suit. What's going on?
I really like Super Mario All-Stars. It's a very good game.
So you made this level after Super Metroid. So this is very close when you made this to hack release time.
So,
Feeling the stress, or?
So actually, Super Metroid was actually 5th. And then... Actually, let me make sure I'm getting my timeline right. Super Metroid, or was it 6th? No, yeah, Super Metroid was 6th. Zelda 2 is 5th. Super Metroid 6th. Tetris 7th. And this 8th. Very close to release? Kind of. I think I finished the X Relic levels actually around January, the year I released it, and the rest of the time was just massive tweaks, redoing levels that eventually replaced what were the beta levels, and doing some other things. So the levels were actually done a little bit before release, so.
Oh, okay. So like all the beta secret levels were actual levels at the time, you're saying?
Yes. And then they were redone after. Like I didn't do them and then immediately take them out and redo them. Yeah. So,
well, I understood what you meant, even though that didn't come out very coherently.
Huh?
I kind of understood what you meant, though. You know, you had all these levels done, but as you were playing through it again, you're like, okay, this level wasn't really that good. I'm going to scrap it.
Yeah.
Okay,
level
an end sphere. But there's a door there.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why I put a door there. Just pretend you go through it, and then you beat the level.
Okay. Okay, our normal exit takes us to Tetris. Oh gosh, does this have 2 secret exits?
You want to know the honest answer or the non-honest answer?
Both? Give me the honest answer.
There's only one exit.
There's only one exit?
Yep.
So I'm wasting my time now, huh?
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. There is only one secret exit.
Oh, okay.
My mistake.
I thought you only put one exit in as long.
Yeah, you're wasting your time. Hack over. That was the last level. Only one exit. Roll credits. Thank you very much. See you next time. No, there is no next time.
Okay. I hope you don't mind. This isn't Super Metroid. Let's not do another 20-minute challenge. Let's just find our way, okay?
Okay. Although, so basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to die right now.
Okay.
I guess start and select would have worked pretty well. And you are going to want to go to the Island of Power for one last recharge.
Alright! One last time, everyone. The Island of Power!
The Island of Power! Let's go, Tom.
I got capes. Is that what I want?
No, you want a fire flower and a cape.
Oh, I want both. Okay.
Okay.
So are we to just progress normally to start off with, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Although you are going to want to keep both of your power-ups. So.
Keep both power-ups throughout most level. Now I don't remember there was some power-ups in this level, but not too many.
Yeah. I didn't put too many in. I think it might be possible to get a cape and the fire flower somewhere in the level. I'm actually not 100% sure. I should have at least made sure that you could. You just entered and exited the door to power up. Huh. Decisions I should have made but didn't make. It's really funny looking back. And it's kind of funny just to see wow, I actually thought of that back then. Or I actually did that. I wouldn't there's no way I would have done that today. I don't know, it's really neat being able to look back at this and just kind of remember going through the process of making it.
Can't Koopa Shell hop back there. Could you say you have a second sight?
A second sight?
It's a reference to a game I guess not a whole lot of people played, where you play as a guy named John who has psychic powers, and...
Oh, which game is it?
I've only seen a Let's Play on it, but I kind of enjoyed the Let's Play on it. But yeah, you're playing as a character who has psychic powers, and one of his abilities is he has foresight into seeing what could happen.
Huh.
I don't want to say too much, because if I do, I would actually start spoiling the game.
Well, but you don't know which game it was?
Well, the name of the game was Second Sight.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I asked, do you have a second sight?
Yeah, I see.
You foresaw what people were going to say about this hack and changed things.
At first I thought you were talking about a second website.
No, second website.
Oh man, my crazy, awesome free webs website, which I used like once.
Do you own a domain name?
No.
They aren't that expensive.
I know, I really do need to do something with that. And I do know enough HTML, I could probably throw something decent together.
I'm just about to say you could probably, before this video goes up, register like Higsby.com or SuperMarioOmega.com. You may want to do that, otherwise someone will by the time this video goes up.
You think your viewers are just like waiting to try and steal my domain name so they can sell it back to me for millions of dollars?
I wouldn't put it past one of them.
Oh.
Honestly, probably not, and I might just want to switch over to the cape to get here unless there is an invisible coin block. Curse you, Higsby, you made me go up to this part of this level anyway. Your cunning plan. You do have a second sight.
Yep. That's pretty fun. Actually, let's see. SuperMarioOmega.com.
You're gonna look it up right now?
Sure.
Oh gosh, that was dumb.
Doesn't exist. There you go.
So the current status on that domain name is...
Possibly bought by the time this video is up. I don't know. I don't really update it ever, so it'd kind of just be sitting there, although like you said, they're not too expensive anyway.
Well, if you wanted to, you could create Higsby at SuperMarioOmega.com as an email address.
Huh. Actually, be pretty funny.
That's one of the benefits of owning a domain name. You get to create your own email addresses.
That's true.
That's a benefit most people don't necessarily think about. But it's one I enjoy. And if you have like a cool domain name, which most of them have already been taken, you can, for example, get something at rainbow-.com, which is probably already taken easily.
So go to the left, actually.
Oh. Okay, back to business instead of goofing around.
Okay. So go to the right.
Go to the right now.
Yeah. No, so actually go left, but go down this small area. Okay, well that was the left. But basically, what I was trying to show is so go back up. Okay, so don't fall down this hole yet, but go to the right, like so right a bit over the hole. Okay, down this small one, like where the red Koopa almost went.
Okay, is it the really shallow hole right here?
So basically, as you can see right there, you can kind of see that there's a key down there. So basically, it's not a blind jump. You can tell that there's something down there if you go here first. So that's my defense right now for everyone who's probably getting ready to post comments about how is he supposed to know what's down there? Yeah, I'm going with that.
So just the key, or?
That's the key. Although the door is actually back in the main area.
I don't think I've ever been here. Wow. Okay, if I didn't have a blue switch palace, I'd be pretty screwed.
So you want to go back to the main kind of like hub of rooms, and that is where the Omega key will unlock that.
Oh, the Omega key. Okay.
Okay, so now
you threw more references to the Omega symbol than the one on the level where I ran out of time in the tower.
Okay, so switch to the cape.
Okay.
Go back to the beginning, where you started. Fly here. And spin jump fly will probably work best, although that works too.
Oh, I almost did it. Actually, I wasn't even paying attention to what type of key I picked up, but I picked up an Omega key, didn't I?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
There you go.
There we go.
Secret exit way.
To the secret exit we go! Super Mario Omega, named after a key hidden in a level you don't have to go to.
Well, actually, the key was kind of named after the level, after the hack.
I see. Oh gosh, I probably need my fire floor again, don't I?
Yep. So this is like the room of abusing all your power-ups to the max.
Okay. So, I don't think I've ever asked this question. I don't think anyone's ever asked this question. Where did the name Super Mario Omega really come from? Did you just need a name, or...?
It's interesting. Names are not something I'm good at coming up with, as I think I talked about back when we were talking about level names.
Yeah.
The spin jump fly would probably
oh, yeah.
good here.
Well, I never think about spin jump flying.
It's like my favorite thing. But Super Mario Omega was actually going to originally originate from... It's so silly. From the story. Because I had originally planned for Super Mario Omega to be a trilogy, and it would kind of be like the end of something, which it doesn't make sense since the story didn't. It ended up just being a save the princess kind of thing. Although the second one was kind of going to be like maybe there was more to the game than just that. But overall, crazy ideas. But the name.
You're making a sequel, Higsby?
Like I said, I originally planned for it to be a trilogy, but then it's funny because after I released this, my life got super busy, so I didn't have nearly as much time to work on hacks as I would like. Although I still do have a hack that I work on and off in my spare time, and it's in no way dead. It's just I don't work on it as much as I would have liked to, and I don't have nearly as much time to work on it as I did with this hack. Plus, with all the new things I've learned, it's a lot more complicated too, and I'm adding a lot more things. So it's taking longer, but maybe someday I will release a sequel to Super Mario Omega, although it definitely would not follow the original kind of crazy storyline that I had envisioned. It would just be a kind of fun sequel. And the name is just there for namesake now. It has nothing to do with anything.
Nothing to do with the Greek alphabet or anything. Woohoo!
Nope.
We made it! I'm just gonna say, if you actually do make a Super Mario Omega 2, I think I'm going to Let's Play it immediately.
Well, that'd be awesome. I'd really like to see that. Like I've said, so yeah, there's the secret exit, and that unlocks the Red Switch Palace.
The Red Switch Palace!
Before you enter that...
Oh, okay. Space-time rewind, okay. I'm not gonna enter it yet.
How long have we been recording?
21 minutes.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, what's it called? Like I was saying... actually, what was I saying? Remember what I was saying?
Do we want to split up into one last part, you're saying?
Something? Well, anyway, this would be a good spot to end off the video, wouldn't you say?
Okay. On the last episode of Let's Play Super Mario Omega, the next episode is going to be the last one, or is it going to be cliffhanger? Ah! We're technically cliffhangering right now.
We sure are. We'll have to go. You'll have to go back and watch that before we record again to remind me what I was talking about, so I can bring it up. I can't believe I forgot.
So this has been Milesluigi
and Higsby.
See you all next time.
See ya.